Hey guys, I'm back. Like I said I would be, I am back, and we have a lot to talk about. But before we talk about anything, I just wanted to ask you guys what you thought about the videos I've been making recently, right? Isn't this the fourth one or third or I don't know. But would you guys prefer if it took me a little bit longer to get these videos out and I made like an actual visually appealing, like well thought out, well planned, scripted video? Would you prefer that? But it would take me longer. Like actually I would probably end up posting a review after the episode has came out, you know. Or is this fine? Do you guys like this? Personally, I'm pretty lazy. I like doing this. It's easy, it's quick. You can hear my thoughts like not immediately because, you know, but you can hear my thoughts a lot sooner than if I were to, you know, sit down, make a real video for you guys. Just tell me what you think. Anyway, let's literally just dive straight in. So, you know, this will be for my little anime onlys, I guess, you know, the no spoilers, whatever. So we get these cute, like, baby Erens, right? Like, debatable how cute they are, but, okay, I'll say toddler. Toddler Eren is cute. Baby Mappa Eren is interesting, right? Because if you remember, in season 3, I believe, in the end credits, when Carla and Historia drag Eren out of, like, being depressed, right? Eren goes to Shadis, I believe, and he's like, okay, my father, like, knew you, da-da-da, right? And he tells him the story about how Carla and Grisha met and so on. And then at the end of that episode, during the credits, there's baby Eren. And Carla, and he's like eating Carla's hair. He's chewing on it, and she's like, oh, he doesn't have to grow up to be magnificent or special or whatever. He's already special because he was born, right? That's the cutest baby I've ever seen animated. Like, Eren was such a cute baby during that. So Mappa gave us an interesting baby, right? Very interesting. Also, this is such a cute, like, screenshot, right? Like, Eren and his mom. Because Zeke and Eren look so drastically different. So, you know, Zeke gets his features from Dina, right? Mostly. And Eren gets his features mostly from Carla, right? Zeke just looks really ugly to me. And I don't know if it's like a Mappa animation thing. I don't know if it's a choice. But Zeke looks real ugly to me this season. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how else to say it. But anyway, this picture makes me think of the first thing I ever read on AOT Twitter. First thing I ever read on AOT Twitter was that, quote, if Carla Yeager got the Attack Titan, like if Grisha gave it to her, Marley would have been stomped flat in season 1. And like I always remembered that because it's just so funny, and like she was super savage, like she really was. Even Mikasa's mom, thinking back on it, remember like when the people broke into the house, Mikasa's mom grabbed scissors and she was about to, like, you know, she got overpowered, but if she could have, she would have freaking sliced somebody up with those scissors. The moms of AOT are some savages, I will say that. I don't know why, but I just really hate Zeke's, like, long face. It's, like, long and it's, like, flat. I can't stand it. It's the Dina genes. Sorry. But anyway, there's some, you know, I just feel so bad for Zeke, honestly. Like, because literally these last couple of episodes, all he wants is a connection, right? Because he missed out on that his whole life, on, like, a connection. His parents didn't really give him any kind of nurturing. They just literally raised up a soldier, like, and like he said, they brainwashed him, right? They raised him with, like, radical views that he didn't adhere to, right? But, like, still, they were trying to radicalize him from a young age, so he never really felt a real connection. And so, especially to his family. And so that's why, like, you know, Saver, however you say his name or whatever, was able to connect with him because who else was talking to him? He didn't want to be what is it? A warrior. He didn't want to be that, right? And then you have him connect with Eren, and he's like, I'm never gonna give up on you. We're gonna save the world together. Like, I will not abandon you. And Eren's just like, right. Fuck you. He's like, I don't care. Like, huh? I really don't care. And I just remember this time in the fandom. Now, seeing it animated is different. And, like, hearing the voices and stuff. Because I remember back when I was reading this, I felt absolutely... not absolutely. But I didn't feel that bad for Zeke. Like, I didn't. But seeing this stuff animated... I mean, yeah, you gotta admit, it gets you. It gets you a little bit. I just feel so bad for the guy, you know? And this is gonna sound like a spoiler, but it's not. It's not a spoiler. Sins of the Father is a prevalent theme in Attack on Titan. Now, if you're an anime only, or if you're a manga reader, you know that. You've seen it. You've seen it with Eren in Grisha. You've seen it with now Zeke in Grisha. You've seen it with Rod Reese in Historia. You've seen it with, honestly, even Kenny and Levi. Levi's like, why didn't you take care of me? And Kenny's like, hey, I was never cut out to be a father. That's why I just left you to your own devices, right? Remember that? But we've seen, and now you're seeing, another instance of a son failing his father. I mean, other way around. A father failing his son, right? You know, head to the manga only section and I'll expand on that, you know, like in probably like 5 minutes or so. But yeah, objectively, I'm pretty sure we can all agree that Sins of the Father is a prevalent theme in Attack on Titan. Now, just hold on to that thought, anime onlys. Just hold on to that, okay? Because it's gonna be important. But anyways, what this episode is really doing, what this episode does, is show the fact that Eren has always been the type to fight for his freedom. It's ironic, knowing the ending. No spoilers, I'm sorry, but it's ironic. But this is what this episode establishes. Hey, you know, Zeke's trying to find one instance of Grisha brainwashing him. Of him brainwashing Eren. He's trying to find at least one example, but no. He can't find one. Eren explicitly says, I've always been like this. This is who I am. This is how I've always been. And that's why I told you it's useless to try and unbrainwash me. You can't unbrainwash me from things I taught myself. You know, you can't unbrainwash someone's character if that's who they are, you know? I mean, I guess you could try to brainwash him in the way he wants him to be, but, you know, like he said, it's useless. It's useless. Now, this also isn't a spoiler, but I want to hear you guys' opinion on this, because this isn't really explained or looked at in the manga at all. So, in this scene right here, you guys remember this from episode 1, but in this scene right here, you see Grisha staring at Eren when he's like, okay, when I come back, we're gonna look, you know, I'm gonna let you in the basement. I'm gonna let you see what's in the basement. So, the fact that we know Eren can see Grisha, obviously, and Grisha can see Eren in this scene. What do we think about that? Did Eren convince Grisha to give Eren this key? Did Eren tell Grisha, hey, today's the day. Today is the day. You're gonna give me that key. You're gonna, you know, tell me about the basement now. And so on and so forth. Like, is this a scene of Eren manipulating Grisha again? Because I don't know what to make out of this. Yeah, I would assume Grisha was just like, alright, oh, okay. Now, the more I think about it, the more sense I think it makes. So he never wanted Eren to be a Titan at all. That's what I'm thinking right now. That's my thought process. And this is Eren basically telling him, hey, you're gonna fucking die today. You're gonna fucking die today, and you're gonna give me that Titan today. I think that's what this scene is establishing. that Eren manipulated everything. Eren made his father give him the Titan in this scene, right? But that's interesting because then what else would have happened? Would Grisha have just died of the 13-year curse? And a random baby would have been born the Attack Titan, and then who knows what? Had Eren not manipulated these events? Also, please tell me. Okay, now we'll wait for the 30. Whoa, what am I saying? 30 minutes. We'll wait for the manga only section to talk about this. But yeah, we have. Okay. Well, I hope you're listening carefully. We have scenes of Eren manipulating events to make sure things go his way. To make sure the events of the story go a certain way, we have Eren manipulating events. Okay? So what that says, in saying that, I'm really saying this story is not predestined. This story is not, this character will act like this anyway. This character will act like this anyway. There is free will in this story. Now, that you probably wouldn't understand why I'm emphasizing that unless you're a manga reader, but there is free will. It's just interesting that, like, with the ending we got, because I'm pretty sure if you're an anime only, you're probably thinking that people overreacted with how bad the ending was, or we're exaggerating with how bad the ending was, how out of character it was for Eren. But now you're seeing, right? You're seeing the agency, you're seeing the conviction for yourself. And the next episode, it just gets more intense. It just gets more intense, right? And you watched Eren grow into this character, right? If you're an anime only, tell me, do you think Eren is acting right now? When he says he's always been like this, do you think he's acting? I am calling on my anime onlys right now. When he says, like when he talks about the fallen comrades, Grisha, stand up. What about your fallen comrades? What about Faye, your sister? Stand up and fight and keep moving forward. Does that sound sarcastic to you guys at all? Does that sound like he's acting? Does it sound like he's putting on a front? Because what purpose would he have to be lying to Zeke right now? Especially since he knows the future, right? And if events are predetermined... Sorry. That's going to go in my manga only section. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's continue on. And can we talk about how good of a job Grisha's voice actor did? He really, sold that shit. Honestly, I wouldn't even feel... as bad for Zeke if it wasn't for the acting and the voice acting. Grisha, man, he really he really went through emotional turmoil. This is my favorite shot in this episode. This is the perfect shot, and I love it. For an episode to be all about, the understandings of Grisha, right? This episode is really about, obviously, it's about Eren, Grisha, and Zeke, right? And just, all three of them understanding each other's motivations, right? So you got to keep in mind, Zeke did not know Grisha was alive, right? Until he heard about Eren. He did not know his father survived being sent to paradise, right? He did not know about Eren Kruger, right? That's the stuff only we know. So this entire time, he's under the impression that Eren is this brainwashed, tragic character that, Grisha's brainwashing was actually effective on, right? That's his idea. But this episode is to show you, hey, you were wrong. Eren is not a victim. And Eren even says it. I'm not pathetic like you are. And can we just reel in how in character Eren is, right? You know what that scene reminded me of? That scene reminded me of the court scene, episode 14 of season 1. Don't ask me how I know exactly what episode that is. But that episode, this episode, what am I saying right now? When Eren started insulting Zeke, that really reminded me of the court scene. Because, and it's so in character for Eren, even though Eren is in such a, like, he's in a pickle. He's in a bad spot right now. He's at the mercy of someone else, right? He's here in Paths at the mercy of Zeke. He was there in the courtroom at the mercy of the entire military, right? And he's like, should I speak my mind right now? They're probably not going to like what I have to say. And he's like, fuck it, I'm going to speak my mind, right? And then he goes off on this tangent. You guys are cowards. Why don't you just leave it to me, someone who has the power to do something about this shitty situation, right? And they're like, all right, we're going to kill him. That's the reaction to that, right? So here, he does the same exact thing. He's at Zeke's mercy right now, in Paths, doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He's chained up, right? He's being sent memory after memory and whatever, and he's like, okay, stop this. Okay, stop this. Showing his powerlessness, right? He can't stop Zeke showing him memories, right? Zeke is in control right now. So he's like, you know, it's just like the court scene. He's like, I'm going to speak my mind. You're a pathetic, like, loser. Your only motivation is to not do what dad said. That's all you are. You're a piece of shit. You're garbage, right? Which I don't think Zeke deserves all that. Well, okay, not from Eren. Like, okay, maybe from Eren. Whatever, but like, damn, you know, like, Zeke's over here, like, proving to Eren how much he cares about him. And Eren's like, you're a pathetic piece of trash. You have no motivations. You have no agency of your own. You're just you're just rebelling against dad. That's all you are as a person. Rebelling against dad's wishes. Rebelling against your brainwashing. That's all you are. You're nothing. Right? And that just really reminded me of the court scene. This is real Eren. This is real Eren. This is bratty, you know, I don't know the word. I really don't know the word, but like saying what's on your mind, even though it's not the best decision, it's not naive, but he says what's on his mind. He says how he feels, and he does what he feels in every situation. That's who he is as a character. That's who he's always been as a character, and you can't take that away from him. So this quote, Chad Eren, I almost said Eren, God. This Chad Eren, quote, you know, heavy quotes, Chad Eren, this is real Eren. This is real progression. And we still see his, you know, his, the word isn't naivety, or childish, but we still see his bad habits peeking through, even though he's matured, right? You know, he tries for a minute, okay, right, this background that I have right now. I'm free of my brainwashing now. Oh, okay. I was wrong. That was wrong. Yes, I am free now. Thank you. Right? He tries it that route, and it's like, dude, no one bought that, right? Like, come on, bro. Like, wow. Okay, that's it then, I guess. Yeah, okay, Eren, you're cured now, right? He tries to fake and phony his way out of it. Yeah, okay, we're done here. And Zeke's like, right. So we're not done here. And I don't know. He decides to just like insult him. Like, you're a piece of shit, bro. Like, you're literally nothing. And Zeke's like, okay, I may be nothing, but everything that's happened thus far, you know, even my terrible childhood, my terrible experience with Grisha, has led me to realize how bad Eldians are, I guess, and how I shouldn't have been born in the first place, and yada 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 yada. Also, I do not think Mappa did Frida justice. I think Rod Reese looks pretty much the same. I think Frida looks kind of, I don't know. I don't know how to place it, but I'm not pleased with how she looks. But, like, right here, she's kind of pretty. Like, I like this. This is cute. This works. I don't recommend getting a Twitter, but if you're on Twitter, you've seen those memes where it's like, damn, I see why Grisha ate Frida. She's bad as fuck, right? She is really pretty, most of the time. And I'm sorry, can I just say something off the record? Fucking young Grisha and young Kenny Ackerman, pretty sure they look very similar. Like, my brain is telling me that they look very, very similar. But they were both sexy as fuck. Which leads me to our Kenny appearance, right? I was like, damn, like, whoa! was like, woof, woof, woof. Sorry. Anyways, I give this episode a 9 out of 10 without the context of the ending, right? 9 out of 10, because it really just shows you all the characters' motivations, right? And it just helps Zeke realize, like, these missing patches about his father, right? Who he didn't even know was alive, until he heard about Eren. And then it helps Eren. Does it help Eren? Nah, not really. It helps him facilitate his own, like, motivations. He's like, yeah, actually, no, I'm fucking pretty fucking healthy. You know, like, this is how I think, this is how I've always thought, and I think I'm right, you know, like, freedom, we deserve freedom. And you just see how angry and upset he gets, overhearing what Frida's saying to Grisha. She's like, no, we're just gonna ignorantly die because we're Eldians and our ancestors did something terrible. He just gets so fucking mad. Let me look for the screenshot. Like, he was really, really mad. Also, I have a little bit of a grievance. Okay, this is, like, the sexiest thing I've seen this episode. Like, this drawing is so fucking sexy. It looks like, it's giving season 1 Eren. There's, like, a really specific scene I'm talking about. It looks just like this, honestly. This might be a redraw of that, but it looks just like this when Eren was, like, he made some determined face, right? And it looked just like that. And that's some sexy shit right there. But another thing I want to emphasize was just the commitment. The commitment to make Eren the monster. A fucking, like, unhinged monster this fucking episode, right? This is where this series has been leading. You know, Eren, despite all of his trials, he's not the good guy anymore. And you're supposed to recognize that. You're supposed to realize that. And even he... Okay, that's a spoiler, but I won't say that then. Okay. But, yeah, that's what you're supposed to be getting out of this. That he's becoming a monster. Or that he is. He's chosen to be the monster, right? His circumstances, you know, chose for him, obviously. Like, he didn't just wake up, I want to be a monster, right? Circumstances chose for him, but he's like, all right, he takes the responsibility. Okay, I will be the monster. I'll do it. I will fucking do this shit. But anyways, gas character of this episode, I would say, is Grisha. Grisha was just so fucking gas this episode. Same with Eren. Eren was fucking gas. Well, we talked about this. Eren's gas, like, every episode. From here on out. Until we animate 139. But, yeah, he's fucking gas every fucking episode. It's lit. It is. It's fucking... Woo! Grisha. Voice acting. Character design, fucking everything, like, just everything. And my favorite scene was when he was like, is this good for you, Eren? Is this good? I did all this just like you wanted. You know, like, just how they animated that was good. It reminded me of the end of Death Note, Light Yagami, like, laughing while he's all shot up, right? He has holes all over his body, and he's like running to, like, the train station or something where he dies on the stairs. But, like, that run and that laugh, that kind of reminded me of that Grisha. Okay, before I finish up with you anime onlys, I just want to say one more thing I want to say about Mappa was Eren looked fucking stupid for a good portion of this episode. There was there was parts where Eren looked sexy as fuck. And maybe this only bothers me so much because I'm a Eren stan, bro, like, but he looked dumb as fuck. Like, in some of the art, like, he looked dumb as fuck. He looked like a 1990s yaoi character. Like, I'm not even kidding. And I have screenshots, so I'll put those up now. Anyways, that's all that's safe for you anime onlys. Here manga readers only from here on out to the end of the video. I am very highly disappointed. So, can I just say, that, first of all, Sins of the Father, like, theme is just out, sticking out like a sore thumb, right? You had all these ending defenders saying how, oh, that was never a major theme in the plot. What do you mean? Yes, it is. Yes, it was. Look, you cannot look at this episode and say that Sins of the Father wasn't a prevalent theme in this series. We got it with Levi. We got it with Grisha. We got it with Zeke. We got it with Historia, right? 4 main characters where they had daddy issues, and it was a big deal. It was a big fucking deal. Huge deal, right? And then Isayama in an interview says, yeah, the ending is going to involve overcoming the father. Someone's going to overcome their father, right? And will surpass their father, right? And it's like, okay, well, no. Apparently not. Like, okay, nope. And then we have living, breathing Eren fucking, living and breathing Eren motivation, Eren agency. And the next episode is just gonna get worse, right? By worse, I mean so fucking good, but so fucking bad in the context of the way the story ends. Slap in the motherfucking face, right? We're watching him tell us, this is who I've always been. I'm defending my fucking freedom. This is who I've always been. We're watching him go back in time, change events, influence the future. By what? Influencing the past. Whatever the fuck. However the fuck that complicated ass, convoluted shit works. We're watching him do all of this. And you mean to tell me that all this time... Well, first of all, I was misunderstanding the story. There is no importance of fatherhood in this story, right? Second of all, I never understood Eren's character. I never got it, you know? Third of all, Eren's pretending was so good, it even fooled me, right? Like, I was fooled by it. Like, he was so good at acting, right? When he's sitting up here with evidence of his character's natural progression right here being shown to our face for the second time. Yet, we didn't understand his character. We watched him murder Mikasa's kidnappers. We saw that. We watched that. We saw that. And we knew this was a person who would do whatever the hell it took to attain his freedom. Whatever freedom meant to him, he would do whatever the fuck it took to get there. Whatever it meant to him. Right? For when freedom meant going outside of the walls. Went against the grain. It seemed hopeless. Tried anyway, and a miracle happened, right? When freedom was no more Titans. Tried his hardest to kill some, right? So excited when he got his first, like, Titan kill, right? Outside of his own Titan. When he got his first kill in human form. He was so excited. Yes, I'm fucking doing something, right? Then he realizes, oh no, these are my fellow patriots. Okay, freedom is no longer killing all the Titans. Freedom no longer has anything to do with these Titans. With these Titans aren't in the way of my freedom. It's these people who sent these Titans on me. They are in the way of my freedom now. So we for 10 years, I've been sitting with this intimate ass understanding of this character, watching him come to this point so naturally. And it just made complete fucking sense. Yet I'm the one who didn't understand his character. Yet I didn't understand the story. Yet the themes of love were always there, right? Oh my God. Oh my God. And the thing is, the themes of love were always there, right? Between fathers and their children, okay? Never a release from toxic love. That was never a theme in this story. Okay, never the dynamic of an abuser being in love. Of a abusee being in love with their abuser. There was never any kind of fucking lead up or themes to that. Mikasa isn't even shown in a protagonistic light. It's just all crud. You know, Ymir was... We'll see more of this next episode, so I'll talk about it more next episode. Ymir was waiting for this guy. This is who she was waiting for. And I love how Mappa stayed true to not showing her eyes yet. Ymir's. And guess what? Did you guys see in the preview that they were paralleling Historia and Ymir again? You guys saw that? It better be going somewhere. AOE has to happen. Honestly. Or else this shit is for the birds. Literally. No pun intended. This shit is literally for the crows. This shit is for the parasitic Jaegers. because it's all for naught. This can't be a show. This cannot be fraudulent Eren just acting. Because why is he acting for Zeke and Paths? When he acts for Zeke and Paths, he says, "You're right. I shouldn't have been born. I am now free of brainwashing." That was Eren acting. The rest of this is legit. Absolute legitimacy, right? Absolute fucking this is who he became. This is him. And like I said in my last video, Aramika and Arahisu are both canon, right? Just like Carla x Grisha and Carla x Dina, both canon. These ships are both canon, right? So he does have a little moment where he's like, "Oh, I remember the time I saved Mikasa," right? It was cute. I felt it. You know, I felt so much for Zeke this episode. I felt so much for Grisha this episode. But, yeah. So, despite what our 30 minute long videos will tell you, there is no way everything is predetermined, predestined, because Eren would not have to go back in paths or in the past or whatever the fuck to influence Grisha showing him the basement, giving him the key, to influence Grisha killing the Reese family. And I read something interesting on Twitter. In killing the Reese family, in Eren convincing Grisha to kill the kids and everything else, not only does he acquire the power of the Founding Titan, but he also ensures Historia's survival. And he also sets up, in doing that, and leaving and leaving Rod alive, he sets up the events for them to get kidnapped, right? For Rod to talk to Historia, right? And for Historia to surpass her own father. Because you gotta think, why leave Rod alive? You know, the wife is dead, sure, but as long as the seed, Rod, you know, it would take a woman 9 months to give another royal baby, you know? But Rod can impregnate anybody in the meantime. So you have to wonder, why was Rod left alive? And the only thing that makes sense is to set up the events for Historia to surpass Rod. To have that confrontation with Rod. I believe, you know, that's just my own theory. Because why else would Rod be the only one left alive? When he's a royal blood, he can impregnate anybody, you know? Yet, he's left alive. So, if this doesn't end in something adjacent to ANR, right? Or Eren being stopped legitimately. No plans to make anybody superheroes, right? None of that shit, because he told Pixis it wouldn't work. He told Pixis he knew it would not work. And, you know, just seeing how pragmatic he's become as a character now, he knows it wouldn't work. Like, we'll find out next episode, right? Like, or the episode after that when they go to Marley, he sees for himself it would never work. So then, why would he try that? You know? Like, it doesn't make sense for 139 that he tried that, and it fooled me fucking twice if he tries that again in this timeline, you know? If actually, the multiple timelines was confirmed by the visions, by the memories. So, you know, why would he try that again this timeline? Why would he do that again? I don't understand why he did it in the first timeline. It doesn't make any sense. You know, unless he was really doing that thing like, Timeline 1 was for Mikasa, Timeline 2 was for Armin to, you know, be a leader and figure it out himself, right? And then Timeline 3, this is my fucking, you know, last shot. Let's fucking see if we can do this, right? But yeah, in closing, I just have my questions. Because everybody, you know, that video, the hour and 30-minute video has 1.3 million views on YouTube. Probably such good ratings and everything like that, right? So if everybody's believing that video, then why on earth is Eren going in time and influencing events? You know, Ymir's about to go through with Zeke's plan. Why is she about to do that? Like, how does that help get to the decision of Mikasa to cut Eren's head off? You know, there's so much shit that doesn't make sense in this story. By the way it ends. You know, if we're to believe that there's no free will, and none of these characters are acting on free will. And that's another thing I think Saint Chief brought this up. If Eren is not acting on free will, if this isn't his free will, then how is he, like, held liable for any of the actions he takes in the series? You know, that's what I said once, right? As soon as 139 came out, I was like, this absolves him. Like, we're watching him become the monster. We are. And it makes sense for his character. But in 139, he doesn't know why he did the rumbling. He did this is all predetermined. This is all predetermined. This is not free will. He's a slave. He's gonna be a slave. Whatever. He's a slave to destiny. Whatever. If it's not free will, he can't be blamed. Which gaslights us because we watch him become this monster. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed that this is so long, but there's just so much I have to say, you know? We watched him become the monster! And we loved him for it! You know, like, yes! We watched him become this. And the ending, if it's free will, then Ymir... I mean, if it's not free will, then Ymir is, like Saint Chief said, the biggest fucking, like, bitch in anime history. You know, like, imagine everybody in the SNK universe doesn't have free will. Only Mikasa. So Ymir set up this entire weird-ass simulation just for Mikasa to cut this guy's head off. And then she's like, okay, yeah. Okay, no more Titans. Alright, I'm done. Thank you. Like, what? And then just remember that Isayama said there will be anime-only Ymir content, but I don't believe a word that guy says anymore. This is embarrassingly long, but let me make sure I don't have anything else to say about this episode really quick. Sorry, I just thought of something. Like, if Eren had to send the Dina Titan away from Bert to eat his mom, doesn't that prove free will? Like, I'm sorry, I just can't get over it. Like, that proves free will, because if he had not intervened, Dina's Titan would have eaten Bert. And then Dina would have been the fucking colossal Titan. Like, Eren is proving free will in the actions he's taking. And the fact that he's influencing the past. Like 139 says. That's just also hypocritical. I don't even care. I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, I'll see you guys next time for the next episode. I'm so fucking sorry that this is this long. Like, this is unacceptable. Next time, I'll be out of here in 20 minutes. Anyways, that's it for this video. Can't wait to see the next one. Kino, you know. Alright, bye guys. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I was gonna leave, but I just want to talk about how, like, this was my favorite time in the fandom. Like, back when when this chapter came out, this is my favorite fucking time in the fandom. Everybody was like, oh my god, Eren made Isayama write Attack on Titan. Remember that? Ah, the nostalgia. And, like, talk about chills. He's like, stand, father! Get up! You know, fuck, it's just so fucking good. So Kino, you know, oh my god. And if free will doesn't exist and destiny and everything, fate controls all the characters, why didn't Grisha get up and kill the family himself? Why did Eren have to convince him to do it? That proves free will. He had the choice. Anyways, bye. Thanks.